carries are kind of like whatever. The rest, it's all looking Aurora.
All right, I'll see if you're right, Owen. I'll be holding you to it. You'll be here if you're wrong. Do the game.
Let's have a look. Let's see what goes down in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Aurora up against Wildcard. And as I say, I mean, it's something about these trolls as well, Fog. I can just never get behind a troll.
I know.
Well, let's see. I think the only two players who've been able to win me over on a troll are Radan and Arme. Now, let's see if Yamson is ready to step up.
I feel like you sound like me about Terrorblade in the past.
Yeah,
I'm liking TB a little bit more lately, but it was for me, the only people who could play TB in the past was Arme and Radan, right?
Yes.
Arme and Yatoro. So we'll see how this one ends up working with the Troll Yamson playing it. The Aghanims, they've already talked about it ad nauseum. The Dispels versus the Ember versus the Darkseer can be very, very good. His matchup, too, can be very nice. But we'll see if that wall interaction does end up happening, because I've also seen that in the past. And let's see what the Veno can do. Because Speed, looking at his items, it's straight jungle.
I mean, it has to be.
The Blightstone, the Sage's Mask, it's straight efficiency. Yeah.
Straight to the jungle. And we'll see. Smoke on smoke. Who's going to find who? Mirror up. Now he's got backup.
They don't want to commit any spell
don't
skills.
Skill.
Yeah, because then he'll skill rebound, so they're kind of both toying with each other a bit here.
And you just can't kind of skill aggressively for first bloods as the Tides, especially considering as you're going to be left alone in the lane, right? Yeah. You can't go for some level 1 gush or something, surely. That'd be way too risky.
They're cutting the wave. So it looks like instead of doing the level 1 straight jungle, they're going to cut some of the creep wave with this. It's a bit interesting.
I mean, with the
three heroes. Very unique approach. We've seen the Veno cut creep, cut like this before, but now with 3 heroes, they are splitting that XP between 3. So Speed, he'll just TP to the base, and then he's going to go straight to the jungle afterwards. They'll switch the Tusk toward the top lane. Okay, and let's see how these lanes end up going down. As they mentioned, RCY playing the Dazzle mid, something that's haunting everybody's pubs at the moment, especially me. I hate this hero right now, but see how he does versus the Ember Spirit in the mid lane. Should be a pretty good matchup, as I'm saying that. The Darkseer does top.
Very nicely done there, top, getting the chance to punish him level 1. Get that first blood for Yamson on the troll.
Very nice. And that's why they wanted this troll. Very good lane, being able to play at distance versus the Darkseer, and they've got the Tusk, who did go for tag team, although Drinking Buddies was buffed in that last patch. Doesn't matter. People still just want the tag team for lane.
Chasing down Fade. They're going to get him.
They should have him.
I mean, this thing, right, when you run this Veno jungle, your offlaner
totally sacked.
Can have a bad time.
And, I mean, can have a bad time, you're saying. Can have a horrible time. He has 0 CS and he died to a no stun, no slow lane.
It's risky.
He just got walked down from a Windlace Phoenix burning him.
Well, we'll see how much he's able to get out of this, but indeed I don't think it's going to be fun times for Fade down here on the offlane.
Nightfall is going to literally have absolutely every single CS.
I mean, that's the thing. He's getting free fun.
And he's getting free HP, right?
So you're really putting a lot of stock in the Veno jungle turning up with some crazy item timing and making up for the fact that you're giving up this lane.
I mean, Fade can pull creep waves a bit here, but Panto got boots after getting the Windlace, so he can do pretty decent at walking him down, blocking the creeps to be able to connect the pull. So they will actually get the connect with all 4 creeps.
This is rough for Fade.
That's brutal for Fade.
Can't get this whole creep wave.
And he has to be careful how far he steps up. There's a skill point saved on Nightfall. He can go for open wounds once they see the Kraken proc.
Yeah. Obviously, good news for Wildcard, the mid lane.
Or sorry, the innate, my bad.
It's a rough one in the mid, right? And this is just the power of the Dazzle.
100%. I was wondering if Lornoff maybe had some trick up his sleeve to deal with the lane, but I don't know if there is a trick up your sleeve to deal with the Dazzle as an Ember Spirit.
No, we'll see though, because yeah, one of the things Lornoff was doing very well during Dream League, he was able to make comebacks from bad lanes.
Yeah.
He is a player that does not suffer if he's having to play from behind after a tough lane matchup.
But this is one of the hardest lane matchups.
For sure. This is
Huskar level.
Yeah.
He's just going to keep getting poked there from RCY. And yeah, this hero's timings, the Aghanims, we can talk about it once we get to these points, but it is pretty crazy how much you can actually do on this hero nowadays. You just play from a billion miles away, and if they can't get to you, you have some crazy potential. And talking about the other lanes too, since we were talking about how miserable Tide's game is, Toronto's is also quite slowed down. After getting killed initially top, he's had to creep, manipulate, pull the wave. He's going to get a wave here under the tower, but some slow levels and slow farm for him too. And Speed's doing Ancients. I'll be watching.
The Veno's going to be fat.
He will hit 6, what, 5? It's usually 5 minutes, 15 or so.
And I feel like in the games, like you can have a variation combination of items that you do choose to rush when you're going for this Venom jungle. What do you think will be going for this game? Is it the mech, or do we even see like the sneakier one that we had once where we had this Venom hitting the jungle and just rushing the Orchid?
That's interesting. There could definitely be potential for the Orchid this game, but I think he would likely just go down regular route.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll have to see. Mid lane, they get the chains. RCY is deep.
He is, but
big heal.
Nigma's here with the backup.
Massive heal.
Will go down. RCY, can he survive this? He can.
Oh god, I hate Dazzle.
Gets away with it.
That looks like my pubs. The Dazzle just lives. Oh man, yeah, lived massive heal. Connects, I think, every single one of the damage instances hits on the Ember. 1100 damage there from RCY. That looked like he was potentially dead too, under the tower from the TP. It's gonna be a slow one here for Lorinoff. Top lane.
Oh, Shard's not quite able to grab Toronto Tokyo completely.
It starts looking pretty good for the side of Wildcard, even though Fade is struggling so much. Veno's, of course, going to be free farming in this Dazzle. 28-7 to 10 last hits. Fade does the blubber proc at a good time. Not really. He'll be okay.
No, this is the thing. Are you happy sort of trading your kind of the support offlane vibe between these two? You know, saying, you know what, Tide, you're gonna have a terrible game.
I think so.
You're gonna have an amazing game.
I think so. In this type of state,
good.
because the top lane's also going so well, because you pick the Troll versus Darkseer, I think this is very value. And yeah, it's 5:15. He's slightly off from the level 6, but once he finishes off these dragons, he should pretty much have it. And Lorinoff,
a good slight.
And he's still dead.
Yeah, not good enough. Good old Dazzle.
Ugh.
It's beautifully disgusting. Hey, look at the smile on RCY's face there.
Of course.
He was smiling. He knows the pain that he's putting Lorinoff through.
So I'll wait until Fade gets gone on bottom.
Speed's gonna turn up.
Level 6 already.
Backup's it. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, this is not the turn up that Speed wanted to do. They get one kill.
He gives a lot. That's a lot of XP he gives. Remember, it's a level 6 Venom.
Yeah, they're gonna tip him for that one.
Instantly.
That's rough. He turned up and died.
He's like, oh, thank you for giving Nightfall level 6 immediately now on this Lifestealer.
Oh no.
Okay, maybe I take back what I said 5 seconds ago about it.
That's rough. that doesn't feel great. That would I tell you what, that would cause some problems in pubs, right? You had this guy in the jungle, hits level 6, turns up, dies to the carry.
Instantly.
Somebody's not happy with the state of the game.
No.
That happens. That's rough.
Still doing well in their lanes, though, right? So, all things considered, right? Tide does die. They get a free kill, but Dazzle is massive. And
let's have a look.
So let's see. Oh, and what build have you seen? I've seen the Ags, the Blink.
I think, yeah.
Ags, Blink, and then I've seen either Daedalus a couple games, which is crazy, but it actually works. And I've seen... I can't remember what the other build was, but I'll remember it later.
They're going to try and make a play mid. Good chains. Nightfall's turning up for this. Snowball by a little bit of safety here for the Dazzle's body, but... is it enough to allow him to live? He's
it's a big heal.
Alive. RCY walks it off.
How is he alive? Oh my god, and he killed the poison. Just gets. Oh my god. 4-0 and 2. Yeah. He's off to a hot start. Goodness gracious, man. It's not just the pubs. Look at the damage. 4,300. What other hero can do that?
In.
This is before even Aghanims or Shard or anything, too. Holy moly.
And that was them having a pretty good setup of going on the Dazzle right. They brought in the numbers, Aurora. They brought in Nightfall.
I need to see this again. It's insane how much damage it actually ended up doing. He did get the poison onto everybody, so all 4 were grabbed up from it. But look at this heal.
4 heroes, they're hitting him. They couldn't kill him.
Boom. The heal plus the illusion.
Coming out as well, yeah. He's out of there.
It was very well played from RCY. Great patience on the illusion rune to get the final second dispel there and get that heal burst. And the small other things to point out too at the Dazzles, I feel like if you have that secondary save hero, it makes such a big difference, because there he didn't have Grave as well too, but having a snowball and then the potential of the graving yourself too, definitely some crazy stuff. To mid tower is nearly dead.
Speed.
Lorinoff again.
He didn't have a remnant out, so he's only able to throw it out a pretty short distance. He's got another one now, but
poison.
He's gone. Yeah, he just didn't have one defensively prepared there.
Didn't expect that side gank there from Speed. RCY. Well, he's halfway to Aghanims already. And Nightfall's got his work cut out for him this game. They essentially have like a support Ember Spirit in the mid lane at this point now. Bottom of the 3 heroes on net worth, not even just cores, just across the board.
This is going to be quite an interesting game to see how it plays out.
Because we do have to say also, right? Sure, it's not a Tide versus a Lycan like we saw in that last game, but this is definitely a game with a Tide that can also do very good with Shard, right? He's playing versus the Ember and the Darkseer again. So, super value, especially if the Ember's this shut down. This has to be one of the roughest starts for Lorinov I've seen.
No, absolutely. Yeah, this is not going to be easy for him to pick himself up from. As I said, though, he has done it before.
He has. Absolutely.
So definitely still a chance for Lorinov. As I said, some fantastic performances previously. So we've got to keep our eyes on him, see what sort of recovery he is able to make happen, and just remember where he is right now.
And at some points in the game, he will have this Ion Shell, right? And when he does have Max Flame Guard too, there's actually not that much, I was looking, there's not that much magic damage to break his Flame Guard too, so he could do quite a bit of work once he starts getting that online to run down heroes, but yeah, Wildcard, it's a 4K lead out of lanes.
Great start.
That's pretty phenomenal. And Fade's even starting to be able to hit the bottom tower when he was, earlier, just completely pushed out of the lane.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy that he's on the verge of taking that tier 1.
Yeah.
When you consider the lane setup and the fact that he had just no game for the first few waves.
Are you okay?
Just the impact of one team just literally having no mid laner to do pretty much anything at the moment because of that matchup. Lorinov trying to make it work with the Ion Shell here.
We're going to go for Big Num. And he's got the Snowball, and he's got the backup as well with the Grave coming out from RCY. They'll throw Remnant down. Big Num's going to get healed up. Look at those heals getting pumped into him. He's perfectly fine.
Yeah, he's perfectly fine. 1K till Aghanims. It's only going to get scarier and scarier to try to bring down this Dazzle.
I mean, yeah, who's going to deal with the Dazzle?
The heal becomes so crazy. Everything becomes crazy once you get it. And there's the Mage Slayer. So Fade following Saberlight's guide in that last game. And this tower looks like it's pretty much done. They're even bringing the Dazzle down to potentially get a secondary kill. Panto has it 6.
Big stuff from Wildcard so far.
It's huge, right? Like, there's no pressure on Troll Warlord. He's gotten a free start. He got early kill. His Battle Fury is going to be online. Everything is going in their favor at the moment. And it looks like it's actually a Pavis into Pipe build on speed. So a little bit of a switch up there, but either way, very valuable this game.
Of course, all this time, Yamsen, he's been getting a lot of space top as well.
Yep.
He had to deal with, of course, 2 heroes in his lane, but didn't die.
Nope, he had full free farm, and he's going to have the benefit of having, he's going to have Tide with the Vlad's buffing him up, plus Gushes later on. The Weave that comes out. It's still called Weave, right, on his name? Yes, Weave that comes out. I was like, did they change this name? No, they didn't. So, extra minus armor. It's definitely a formidable matchup that Aurora's got coming up in these next 15, 20 minutes. With an Ember Spirit just unable to recover, really. Fade, Ravage is online.
Yeah, I mean, they're dancing around the mid here, but I don't know if Aurora want to show for this 12-minute power, and it's risky. Lorinov stepping up. He wants the rune. He'll get it.
Wildcard's got the numbers here. There's no tower for them to get, though, so this is just them pressuring the Ember out. While Dazzle finishes up the Aghanims, it's getting closer and closer. Nightfall, about 1,000 until his Radiance, till he starts getting more involved, too. Keeping up pace versus the Troll.
And would you sort of agree overall, like the panel mentioned, that the matchup just head-to-head is just, it is one where the Troll is favored when it comes to carries, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he always has been. But Lifesteal overall as a hero has been in better states for most of these times, so just easier to play. Troll is just a weird hero. But yeah, core-to-core matchup has been very favorable.
Yeah.
Until people started realizing the Ags build on the Lifestealer after some time, and now the Ags, of course, doesn't do the same things as it once did. So, yeah, we'll have to see.
Smoking into this, but this is a Dazzle with an Aghanims.
Oh, goodness. That is early. 1,700 HP.
See if they can kill him. He's ready with the ult, and backup's coming in. They're trying to focus the Dazzle, but they can't do this. They've got to start running. The Ravage comes out. It's going to clip on towards him.
He graves himself.
Grave upon himself. RCY. He's got the stick charge. He's fine.
He's perfectly fine.
Under no threat whatsoever. 3 heroes die for their efforts from Aurora. And they get nothing.
This is going to be one hell of a mountain to climb for Aurora. This Dazzle has now survived another gank. I think that's, how many times is that? That's 3 or 4 times that RCY has survived a 3 or 4 man gank, turns it around, gets multiple kills, 6-0 and 5, top of the net worth. Ember still at the bottom of the course by a significant margin, and no Radiance still for Nightfall. 5,400 damage.
What do they do? What's the answer for the Dazzle?
Ban it. I mean, the matchup just clearly at this point right now was way too hard for them to deal with the Ember. I mean, now at this point it's just recovery. You just have to kind of hope that you can get these type of big team fights once you have the lifesteal Radiance, because everybody else is falling off massively.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's an halberd build from Toronto, Tokyo, so no auras on the side of Aurora either. And these fights do look very complicated for them now at this point. You have to go for the Dazzle first, but you have to bypass through a Tide.
Yeah, there's so much.
And there's a Tusk to save him. There's just so many different things. The lineup for them is really working out. So yeah, Aurora, I mean, Radiance is now done. But I'm wondering when they feel confident enough to be able to fight now versus this Dazzle. As they've shown now multiple times, they just can't quite finish him off. And they do not really have the greatest disables to do so, to stop him from getting these spells off.
Yeah, it just feels like they've got nowhere to fight him to him right now. They got to just kind of avoid action.
But they're going to, you know, these 15 minutes, so it's Tormentor time as well, so Wildcard can look to start setting up for that if they'd like to, and Aurora, I guess they just get as much as they can on the map during it, because contesting there is not possible. Usually we've seen some teams take fights after the Tormentor because people are low, but with a Dazzle, everyone's going to be pretty healthy. So they just have to try to maximize where they can.
Well, they're looking top for Nightfall. But he should be okay.
He's got a ward.
No real way to get the catch on him.
They're going to instantly get rid of that ward.
Just got to avoid the action, Aurora.
Avoid the action and deal with the fact that you're playing versus 4 cores. And maybe even a 5th core, because Dazzle kind of counts as 2 heroes. Level 12 online for RCY. Continues to just dig up those water runes. And now after getting Tormentor, just straight into Roche. For Aurora fighting in this area, yeah, just very complicated versus the Dazzle and versus the Ravage.
Let them have it.
Yep, you just got to let it go down.
There's no chance of a fight right now from Aurora.
Yeah, I mean, Lornoff and Nightfall are kind of farming similar area too, so they both have to leave creeps for each other. Things are definitely awkward for the side of Aurora. There's an Aegis. Very good timings on Yamsun.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I guess that's the thing as well. I mean, do the Wildcard have to force the lead considering their lineup, or there's no need to?
Probably don't really fully need to, but why not when you have this tremendous of an advantage with this Dazzle? They can look to just poke these towers from a distance, force glyphs, force reaction. If there's no reaction, you can definitely look to take the towers. Mirror will show bottom. We'll finish off that tower. Toronto, Tokyo also still down here. But yeah, tier 2 top. It's dropping. They're gonna have a glyph.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yamsun, yeah, he's just gonna go back in with his fervor stacks. Tower's probably just dead.
Do they want to poke high ground?
I think
and
you
you might as
can.
well try to see what happens.
I think you can, right? You kind of, or you go mid. You know, you can just.
True Fade's bringing it in the mid.
It's one of the two. They're gonna poke.
Let's see what happens.
Yep, just force reaction.
Well,
you know
what are
they're
they
just
gonna
farming.
I see TP back here from Panto on the Phoenix. Ready
They got
for Supernova.
Fresh Vlads for Fade and a fresh Blink on Bignum for the save or for the jump. Yamsun getting cooked.
And they'll keep trying to push it. Aurora, what are they gonna do?
Creep wave's coming in. Mira is trying to catch the next wave top, but he's a bit slow. So they're going to have this full wave. This full wave could get the racks. They're going to try to poke it. Lornoff and Panto.
Oh, they're going to get the tower at the least. Tier 3 gone here nice and early, 18 minutes.
Yamson says he wants to heal. Okay, so he's back. I was like, where's he going? He's battle trancing off Ancients before he comes back to the push.
Still plenty of time left with that Aegis, so they are indeed going to be revisiting here for the barracks. Eifel's trying to hold them back, but not really a lot that he can do right now as the lifestealer, which is the Radiance and the Yasha.
Not much they can do. 2 minutes still on Aegis. They just have to watch their racks go down, attempting to burn them, but it's gone. One of the earlier racks we've seen, it gets denied. Nice job, Lornoff, but 19-minute double racks in the top lane.
Instantly over towards the mid. So they can try and find Mira.
Can't move. Jesus.
They're running out of options, Aurora.
You see the lines drawn. They're just looking to force in everything. Fade, saying, I'm going to push in bottom. You guys push in mid, and maybe they just get ready to close the game out. 20 minutes in. Nightfall's farm is good, but he still doesn't feel confident to jump in for a fight. The punch
with the punch! They got him as well with a follow-up snowball. He's got the remnant Lornoff.
He's so slow. He'll be able to get away.
Oh, still, it's so dangerous. You get caught by one of these jumps, you do run the risk of dying from this overwhelming damage during the punch alone.
They used their other glyph, the high ground one. Not wanting to save that.
Still a minute on the Aegis.
Hey, they're pinging at bottom. Tide's forcing the lane in completely. Toronto Tokyo's trying to cut wave. But Wildcard looking to continue this onslaught. Let's see what Aurora does. Can't even mount the defense. They're bringing back Nightfall soon. I believe he's got Manta in a short moment, but not quite yet.
Got the Shivas.
All right, let's see what they can do. Jump immediately.
They're going to go straight towards Marcy. Mira's in trouble. He's gone.
Wrap around from the back. They've got the Infest.
I mean, it's awkward there. They're going to try. Lornoff's in. He's going to be able to get the jump away as well. It does bait out the Nothel projection. Now they're going to try and kill the Dazzle, but he's able to slide up the high ground. Supernova's in position from Panto. I see them focus Bignum first. Brave comes out there. Bignum's going to be kept safe. Toronto Tokyo's dead. Bignum's going to get the chance to get the snowball off. Surely they can at least kill him after this. No, he's able to get the blink off.
He's stuck.
As well, he's fine. Lornoff's got no way out of this.
This game's over. There's nothing they can do.
They're certainly feeling that way. They'll get Nightfall out of there. They do have buyback available on Lornoff, but the mid-racks under pressure. Wildcard. 21 minutes in.
They still have a tier 2 bottom, I guess, to hold on, but the heals keep coming out. Everyone's back to full except for the Tusk. That was their big wombo combo play, and it didn't connect at all. It did almost nothing, actually.
I mean, that is, yeah. He's got the, we'll maybe see it now, but yeah, Fade not needing to use Ravage so far.
It feels like he hasn't really needed to do much so far. He's been honestly straight up chilling.
After kind of being bullied in the laning stage for the first few minutes, after that he did fine. Got the tower early. Everything just sort of got blown open by the fact that this Dazzle mid, what can you do?
He deleted it. He deleted your mid and your 2 supports.
Yep.
You rotated 3 heroes and died. So yeah, that's very impressive from RCY. We probably won't see too much more Dazzle, especially not if it's a Nurse and Ember Spirit. They're gonna go for it again.
They're gonna try
for the Hallelujah wraparound.
This is into everything. The Ravage, the Nothel projection. They've got it ready, Wild.
Bignum's on the north side, so they'll see him first. He spots them.
With the chains. There's the Ravage, though, out. Onto the 3 of them. Shuts it down straight away. Double kill for RCY. And they'll tap out.
It's GG.
Well, there we go.
A beatdown. Truly a beatdown.
Yeah,
One of the harder stomps I've seen.
Yeah, I underestimated the Dazzle. I think Aurora did as well. I don't think they were expecting it to come at them this hard from RCY. So here we go, getting into the action of Game 2. And yeah, the switch up this time, they say, well, we're going to take the Dazzle. first pick here for Aurora.
Not the mid lane.
No, indeed, Toronto Tokyo is going to show what he can do on the offlane. I tell you what, he does have the fancy items for it.
I saw it.
So
He has all of the fancy ones.
He's got all the fancy stuff.
He's got
here.
the Khadgar pipe. He's got the red crimson thingy too. Yeah, he's looking.
This I don't know. This is like a $500 plus set, maybe even more.
Oh, but he is bronze.
But maybe
Toronto always.
bronze.
Yeah, I think he always.
I think maybe he doesn't have DOTA plus. So yeah, we could expect some good things out of Toronto Tokyo. On the other hand, I think Wildcard. They're good with the Dazzle. They probably know what's good against it, right? This is what they've gone with.
Yeah.
Do you sort of see some of the ideas of why what they've done here might mean that they have a better chance against the Dazzle than Aurora did against theirs in game 1?
I think what the co-op provides is the gap close plus burst. I think something you need versus Dazzle is high burst damage. Otherwise, he gets the heals off. If he gets 2 heals off in a fight, it usually ends up being your demise. So I do like seeing that they have that burst, and I'm really excited to see if we do get the potential of the time zone with the co-op, with the Aghanims, with all this crazy Shadow Strike Scream, you popping it, blah, blah, blah. So there is some really cool combos that can come out from the side of Wildcard. But Aurora also has some cool combos. It's not as flashy in a way, right? But just Fatal Bonds plus Leshrac is pretty brutal. Fatal Bonds plus Dazzle could also be pretty brutal. We'll have to see how it all plays out after these lanes. Speaking of lanes, I don't think we'll see anything like last time. This shouldn't be a 20-minute GG. This should be closer.
Yeah, for sure, right.
There shouldn't be any stomp lanes in particular. It looks much more even unless, someone just feeds out of control somehow. But bottom lane, for me, is going to be the one to watch. They actually end up sending the Tusk top, which is a bit interesting to me. I thought that they would pair the Tusk with the TB.
Yeah, why? What are they trying to dodge, or what are they trying to play into?
I'll have to think about it. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe just because they...
I mean, maybe with the Tusk, they feel that there's never really going to be a chance to go aggressive against the Dazzle early on, or do you think they would have actually had opportunities to play for kills down bottom?
I'm not sure, really. This is actually quite interesting. I guess they just want to, rather than going for kills with the Tusk TB, they want to just play the lane to try to get the TB farm rather than be aggressive at all. I'm not sure. I'm trying to grasp it.
Sure, because I guess at the end of the day, right, you're voluntarily laning this double melee lineup into the Ursa lane.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not just Ursa; it's Ursa Warlock.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. You get bonded.
Yeah.
Or we'll see.
Yeah, we shall definitely see. Because I feel like this should be a pretty free time for Nightfall. You should just completely free farm on the Ursa. Mid lane should go probably pretty even skill matchup, maybe less slightly favored. Bottom, Yamsun. Damage is coming out. Poison bounces.
That's a lot, actually. A lot of speed and Yamsun have to take there from the 2 of them.
Yeah, ton of damage. This is definitely my lane to watch. I'll be trying to look at the other ones, but this is definitely the one where we're very likely to see that kill unless there's a huge mistake. It's just tons of poke that's going to be coming out from Toronto and Miran. Yeah, we'll see if Yamsun's going to be able to handle the Dazzle.
Nothing personal.
And maybe the Dazzle will just inevitably cause like a 20-minute GG, and I could be totally wrong just because the hero's so broken, but let's hope it doesn't get to that point. So we want to see closer games.
Is the hero actually, what's this win rate at the moment in pubs?
Dude.
Is it doing crazy stuff?
It's so broken.
I got to check. Let's see. What's the win rate right now on Pro Tracker?
I just want to see what the team's solutions really are to it, because
it's pretty crazy. Yeah, you're right.
I have not seen actual good solutions versus this hero yet.
Funny enough, do you know which role it actually has its best win rate in?
Is it 5?
No, it's carry. 60% win rate is carry.
What MMR?
This is Pro Tracker. Yeah. Mid is 54%, offlane's 55%, so offlane's slightly better than mid.
What's the sample size on the carry? Is it much less?
330 games.
It's actually not bad. Okay.
So some people are playing carry right now.
So it can play every role is what you're telling me right now. That usually determines the hero.
I'm looking at I think some of these carries are kind of offlaners that played in like the lane swap, so maybe it's tracking them wrong.
Okay.
So maybe ignore the 60%. Either way, yeah, this hero, crazy win rate across the board in any position.
And I'm looking forward to the Fatal Bond heals, even though it sounds clowny, but it's actually going to do insane damage. But
yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be wild. Well, let's see. As I said, Wildcard.
I mean, maybe Wildcard is could get into some really difficult scenarios of getting run over, actually.
Like, if a Void
pretty greedy.
and a Terrorblade have a bad start,
yeah,
right, then it could get awkward.
Just the more that I'm looking at, Fade.
Oop. They got him.
They got him, and Bignum.
Can they get him as well?
They should.
They got him as well.
Okay, maybe it could get pretty one-sided pretty fast.
It's 20-minute game. I'll be back on the table.
Now that I was like really looking at it more, I'm just like Void plus TB. A lot of the game is going to be pretty much based off RCY, how he does. Right?
The Quap's got a dominate.
It feels like he actually has to pop off.
He does have a cool set. I love these wings.
They look very strange.
Dude, they look like almost like the graphics are too good. They're very nice. They look nice. I like them. Very fancy.
You don't have that?
I don't have these ones, no. Are these expensive? I
don't you have like every set?
These must be like newer ones. These must be from a new set. Top
lane.
He's healing up.
They can't get him.
He's going to be fine and Fade out the run. Is he dead?
He could be. There's another overpower. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
They got him.
Uh-oh. Okay, Owen. Yeah, forget what I said before. Probably. Because also, Yamsun, he is definitely still struggling down here.
Yes.
They're getting some good harass trade here, Mira.
Oh, here we go.
He's got a healing Lotus. Can they chase him out?
They should get this run. This is a kill. There we go. Okay, Wildcard. Get themselves on the board. Get a kill for Yamsun.
Very nice. The mid lane's actually going even better for RCY than anticipated. I thought it was going to be a little more favorable for the Lesh, but the animation for Quap, because RCY is just very comfortable in it. He's got 2 points in Shadow Strike also for the lane. I feel like it's very player dependent when we see.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen much of this guy, but the first 2 mid performances looking pretty good. Sure, first was a dazzle against
he was
Ember,
cheating.
But this one, yeah, this guy's landing very nicely.
Yep. I usually know RCY more as like what Jenkins was saying, like kind of specific to certain heroes and cheese heroes, but yeah, so far, at least in this lane, looking good. But yeah, this Void is getting very little. Very, very little. And it's time dilation, I'm curious to see. So I didn't actually get to talk about everything I want to talk about, but besides the time zone fun thing that we were talking about, I'm wondering how time dilation is going to do versus the Dazzle too. But yeah, definitely not an easy one for Fade.
Straight away having a TP out of that.
Oh, he went all the way to base too.
He did. I mean, it was a fair bit of damage.
Yeah.
It was half his health. Maybe he could have defended a bit more aggressively. TP'd a bit more aggressively just to the tier 1.
Power runes. RCY blinks in for this.
He's got a regen rune. And he's got time in with the snowball. And he's going to turn with the Sonic Wave. Okay, he's going down. So we'll die for that one. Did put the regen rune.
He did pop it at the last second.
I wondered if he was just going to save it and accept his fate, but he did end up popping it. So Loroff gets to clean up. Double kill here with the backup of Mira.
Yeah, man, look at the net worth already too. 3K, TB's getting bullied out of lane. Now,
maybe this is going to be quicker than 20 minutes.
I don't know about quicker, but it definitely can be one of those fast ones now that things are... I mean, Fade, again, might just die. Oh, the bear is hungry. 7 minutes coming up. Mira is already looking to potentially set up for the Wisdom. And he is level 4. Bignum's only 3, so if he gets back up from one of his cores, like Nightfall, they're likely going to get both.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to come here if you're Wildcard.
Did I curse them from saying what I said before? Uh-oh.
Wait, what did you say?
No, just saying that this shouldn't be a 20-minute stop. But I mean, looking at the greed of the lineup, it's heating up quick. And RCY, he's going to have to do some pretty nice rotations. And him dying already definitely hurts his momentum. Top tower, fully pressured.
Are they going to bully him again?
It's a level 7. Level 7 Warlock. Level 4 Faceless Warlock.
Oh no, they might bully him again. Fade.
He's trying to drag the wave.
Okay. I mean, it's a long cooldown time. We'll kill level 2, but should be fine. Yeah, they don't want to keep chasing this. At least Nightfall won't keep chasing this. Mira will.
Mira can just chase him forever and just not let him farm.
Mess with him.
They'll force him to. I mean, they'll actually probably kill him.
Actually, they're coming back over.
Nightfall's like, wait a minute.
They will eventually get this kill. Yeah, especially if they drop the rock crit.
Screw it, why not?
Oh no, poor old Fade. Suffering continues. Level 4 here, 8 minutes in. 0-4-0.
And they're not able to take advantage of the fact that 3 heroes were showing top that whole time, too. So unable to find a kill in the mid lane, unable to punish bottom either. Yamsun's farm is getting a little bit better, though, as those rotations do come out. But they can't take advantage of getting a kill. Mid tower also only took 200 damage, so trying to put more pressure onto it.
And this is the thing, right? Now, for RCY to have a good game, they're part of the combat. They need the time zone.
They need the time zone.
They need that level 6.
He's level 4.
To make the moves. You know, that's kind of like their special power. when they team up around that and Quap gets in there, starts popping the spells off left, right, and center. It's not going to happen anytime soon. It's a rough start.
No. Wait, is that real? 10 level advantage already.
46% XP gain. XP advantage against them. That's probably one of the bigger XP
Oh
advantages.
my, and Mira finds a double bounty in their jungle.
Oh, more money.
More money. Mid tower looks like it should probably go down. There's no golem. Mira is starting to swing over.
Yeah, RCY's got to do some big stuff here.
The problem is, too, it's just that we keep mentioning RCY, right, because it is going to be him, and even more so now that the Wisdoms were taken, right? The supports are level 4 Phoenix, level 3 Tusk, you have a level 5 Void.
We're going to go for Panto.
RCY?
Panto's got backup, and RCY did blink him for this. Sonic Wave, not going to do a whole lot, and he's dead.
He's dead again. Oh, God.
Oh, dear.
Maybe it could be faster than 20.
Oh, no.
Smart enough. They might have speed as well. It's a track.
Yep, they're going to get him.
And it's a kill.
He's got no spells ready. He's left to press.
Uh-oh. I'll take the one.
I just woke up. Leave me alone.
Toronto Tokyo, in the meantime, too, is just jungling. So halfway toward his Ags.
Yeah, can he get a faster axe than what
In
was
the
got
mid?
in? Probably not, right? There was a lot of kills
Probably.
and stuff.
But maybe if he starts participating with some of the tracks as well,
Sure.
it could be possible. Nice 6K lead already at this point. With the supports being so low level, it's so hard for Bignum and Panto to make moves. So you saw there, this is not really enough damage. Even with the Quap ults, barely being able to bring down supports.
That was
if
it.
it even does.
It was a 12-minute 49 ags last game.
12:49?
Do the maths. Can he farm 1,800 gold in the next 2 minutes? That's...
No.
No.
No, not a
It's going to be
chance.
close, but not as fast as...
Maybe if he takes bottom tower and they take a big team fight here.
Yes.
Maybe, but very unlikely.
Yeah,
Speed?
Needs something more than just the creeps.
Still level 5, Bignum level 4. I'd be surprised if they try to defend this.
They've got the time zone.
You see Bignum.
Yeah, they just got to run. They have RCY around. The dagger out onto Mira. There's the time.
Zone!
Let's see what are they going to do with it. Dive forward.
I think that was
not
it.
a whole lot more. Yeah, Fade's got to run now. They didn't kill anyone.
Oh.
Yeah, they weren't really able to use the time zone for much there.
Yeah, that was probably one of the more... Oh my god, the neutral creep turns against Speed. He just killed him for no reason because there's 3 next to it. And poor Bignum will get brought down in the meantime also.
Radiant's bottom tower
Wow.
is under attack.
That was one of the time zones of all time.
Yeah. They had to try, I guess, but they just didn't have anyone to make use of it. And of course, those of Aurora that were caught in it didn't really care. Damage is not quite online for Wildcard at the moment to make that sort of play.
They need to get levels. Tusk and Phoenix they need to just go farm some lane or something. They need to get level 6. It's absolutely crucial for them to have any extra team fight. Because as you saw there, it's a Phoenix dive over a time zone. And it's about it. There's not really a whole lot else going on there. So they need levels.
He has to use the dust there to slow Mira.
Almost dies
his
anyway.
blink was on cooldown. Oh, so he was getting chased down there by the bounty.
Merciful free farm, Battle Fury done. Blink can come on soon. 3 minutes till Tormentor. They have a great lineup for it as well.
Yep.
Yeah, they're hitting full stride.
Yes.
It's similar. Yeah, very similar to the last game. It looks like he's bound to be about 600, 700 off from the Aghanims to pass the timing of...
And this is the thing as well, right? 10 to 12 minutes in 9k lead, but even though they have the dazzle, it's not really the dazzle factor.
It's not the
that's done
dazzle
this.
factor.
You know, so this is the problem, I guess. Your Wildcard, they're this far behind against a team with the dazzle, and the dazzle hasn't even had to do anything yet. So
he's in their head.
Sure, he's in their head. And when he has the Ags, of course, then that's just going to be a whole other problem they're going to have to deal with, on top of the fact that they're just behind already.
I mean, this top lane, right? I'm surprised still, like the swap up of the lane thing. I think that's what I'll kind of go back to, is having the
It
Tusk.
just wasn't necessary.
The Tusk plus the Void. I'm just curious to see what was their idea, I guess, behind it.
Yeah.
Since it didn't protect the Void at all, and he literally just chain died to a Warlock lane, which is one of the worst things you can do because it just gives him Black Grimoire.
Oh. Oh, that's the time zone.
That is the time zone.
Oh, it's rough. Oh, the pain. Oh, no, will they last the 21 minutes this game?
I think they'll last a little longer.
You think they'll last a little longer? Well, let's say the exact time of the last game is 22 minutes 59, so about 23 minutes was the speed that Wildcard were able to get the win against Aurora.
It could be like 24 minutes.
Okay.
Could be pretty quick. I don't know. The map is still, they still got their towers. So.
Are they going to get both Wisdoms again?
It's looking like they are set up for both.
Scanning.
Oh my, let's bring up that level advantage again.
Do after the Wisdoms.
After the Wisdoms. Let's see.
It's going to be like 50% again.
Radiant's
Oh, and that's Big Nub.
He's not getting it.
He's dead.
Farewell. Let's see the XP again, and 12 level advantage.
12 levels.
Holy moly.
At 14 minutes in.
Ato's finished up. Lornov's already got that extra catch. Mira's got drums. Everybody's got a full item pretty much finished up or more. Blink and Battle Fury on Ursa. Tokyo's got the Ags. And on the side of Wildcard, they've got the level 6 on speed, so they do finally have that. But it's 14 minutes in, and it's still level 5 on the Tusk. Something you really don't see nowadays.
We just got to see if they get the chance to do at least like kind of one good time zone combo. And it is going to have to be between Fade and RCY.
Radiant's middle
A 10k deficit. You got to get through the rest of the heroes, and then, you still haven't seen the Dazzle, so I'll bring him into the picture pretty soon.
Again, just, Toronto Tokyo, he's only been involved in one of the 12 kills. That's all he's had to do. Yeah. He is chilling, and he is ready to make the pain that much worse for Wildcard.
Speaking of pain, Queen of Pain gets the blink out. Mira's here to stop TP.
Yeah, can just mess with him a little bit.
He's got another one, too. He's got another Shadow Walk. Stops it again.
Yeah, and it has to be a TP out now. Same time, Laura finding some action along the bottom of the map. Gets Bignum. They can go 15 minutes
straight
over to the Tormentor. Everything going to plan here for Aurora in this game 2.
Pretty much perfect.
It definitely points to, in that game 1, just that when you sort of see this play out as it is here in game 2, that the game 1 problem really did just rely on them just getting completely dumpstered in that mid.
Yes, absolutely.
If that mid matchup was not this Dazzle versus Ember, Aurora would have had a pretty good chance of taking the game, but it was what it was, and this game is what it is. Yeah, 14-2.
It's
got a haste. Fade's going to live. He's fine. Nearly has his Midas, ready for the recovery. Bottom lane, Yamson. He's dead.
Dead to the Golem. Dead to the supports. They high-five it up. All right, maybe they won't make... Oh, my goodness. 16 minutes. They might not make it to 21.
They got to last 7 more minutes to last, that's the...
Owen.
Game 1.
We're not even going to get to see, like, time dilation versus Dazzle, time zone, time whatever the hell it's called with Quap.
Maybe they can kill Toronto Tokyo here. I mean, they can't.
No,
I don't know why
they
I even
can't.
said
I don't know why you even
They
said
cannot kill
They
Toronto
cannot
Tokyo
kill Toronto. Who's going to do the damage?
They're looking at him.
But they can. Fade's hiding.
They didn't see him. That's a good little hide.
I like that. He saw him at the end there, I think, for a quick second, but...
I guess
Roche.
Toronto Tokyo didn't even care. He had some mercy. He was just like, whatever. You can hide in the trees, faces forward. I don't care. He's back.
They're looking for him. They're bringing 4.
Here we go. In the time zone, Sonic Wave.
And he's graved.
He's got backup coming in. Supernova's there. They killed him. The Dazzle will die. But can the rest of them get out? Big Num, he's not getting away from this. They'll be able to chase him. But they got something. They killed someone.
True. They killed Dazzle. Yeah. Especially, too. So. Did he die last game? I don't think so, right?
Let me have a look.
He did not die last game. So this is the first death of Dazzle in the series.
Indeed. Well, last game ended up going 10-0-7. But again, it was different. It was a mid. But
yeah,
still
very different. But still, yeah. Similar.
It took a
similar
lot
feel.
Yeah, they had to do a lot to take him down, and it still was not really worth it for them.
No, having to expend literally everything to bring down the Dazzle, and he almost actually survives at the end of it there. You get cleaned up. Nightfall, breaking records. I think I've seen this from Ursa's before. I think I saw a Yotaro Ursa performance like this in Dream League as well, where he's just leaps and bounds ahead of everyone else. He's 3K ahead of the next.
I mean, as you say, you're looking back at that top lane.
It's the top lane, really. That's the biggest problem that was in this game.
It was a big problem.
They gave up, when it was 12 kills on the side of Aurora, it was 9 of them were the Void and the Tusk. So. Mira, prepared for Yamson. Nightfall is here.
Straying on them.
The bash
just gone. And they made that move. Wildcard was hit. Yeah, Nightfall was able to just sort of just sneak past the entirety of Wildcard and connect with Mira on that effort for Yamsen. And Wildcard, with as far as behind as they are, they just couldn't do anything to help him.
I mean, Fade could just die here.
There's the bash. Oh, time walk just in time. But now they've got the Atos over towards RCY. Bash as well. Can he blink out in time? He can.
Oh my, barely. Mira, can you get on the shuriken? Hey, he heals up. He should be fine.
Bignum's got to be a bit careful. I mean, Nightfall will go for him if he sees the chance. Don't drop a golem.
Nightfall wants the bigger target. Now he'll jump for it. He was looking to get the flank. He was running north.
Oh, this tower's going to be likely going down. Push coming in for Toronto, Tokyo, and Lorinov.
Look at that golem go. I love Solar Crested Golem. Or what is this? Is it even a golem? I don't know what that one is. But...
Oh,
Bash!
He's dead!
Dead.
Can't even get the Sonic Wave off!
Can't give Nightfall this type of game. 3-21. 19:30.
Yep.
Can they hang on for another 2 minutes?
22-minute 59 was as long as what Aurora lasted against Wildcard when Wildcard was stomping them in game 1.
But this is more of a stomp even. It's
does feel like
20,000
more of a
lead.
stomp. Because
There's
it's
no way to even hit
It's
them.
a stomp on all fronts.
Yeah.
Right?
This is not just a dazzle destroying the mid lane. This is everybody's been destroyed. Your mid laner and your this actually could potentially be a 5 top net worth by Aurora pretty soon.
Is Nightfall on the hunt for Fade? He's close by.
I think he's just maximizing. Uh-oh, they're bound.
Goodness, that bonds into the Shuriken there. I have to use the Sonic Wave to try and push back Mira. They won't save Big Num. Big Num's dead.
Lucky to get away with the rest of them, too.
They are.
Toronto is coming in.
And Nightfall, he's ready to make some crazy play under the tower.
Is he gonna? I think he knows. He saw the XP. Another wisdom too. If they take all 3 shrines and kill Yamsun,
he's bringing over the bounty as well. There we go. In they go. Get the track. Get the kill. 21 minutes coming up on the clock. They'll take that as well.
Full Revenant's Brooch. So now he's got the full counter versus the Terrorblade as well on top of the Basher. Hoi.
Okay. Yeah. 2 minutes left.
2 minutes left.
I don't know. Can they get the GG out of them in 2 minutes?
It's Wildcard just hanging on, right?
Yes.
That's all they're doing.
Depends how long they want to try and hold on.
That's true.
Because they're not killing the Ancient in the next 2 minutes. It just depends if Wildcard have enough and want to go to the game free. Oh,
They might. they might call it pretty soon because it's just disaster everywhere. Nightfall, 15,000 net worth, continuing to have a 750 GPM, a 20 level advantage.
I mean, that's generous there. He's still giving him a 7% on the win probability.
That is very
Wait,
generous.
it's 7? That's a big number.
Probably just because games don't end.
It's on its way down.
Games don't usually end at this point in this current patch. Usually they last a little longer, so it's probably like, what's going on? 3-24, trapped in the base. When you're trapped in the base at 20 minutes, it's pretty grim. Frustration.
Here's the smoke. They're going to try with the time zone. Here we go.
Here we go.
Let's see. Can they just... Oh, Mira.
Mira will break it.
There goes the smoke.
And he's
Nightfall's
out.
just in. Big Num's dead.
That's meta used. Bounty Hunter is a pesky hero, of course. Just constant information.
Oh, Yamsen. He steps up, he gets caught in the stun. Fade jumps in, drops the times over. The goal has been dropped onto Yamsen. Yamsen
Sunder.
stun with the Sunder on towards Nightfall. They get the punch up as well. Nightfall incredibly low. They kill him. Nightfall's dead. See if they can chase him for more. Fade trying to close it towards Mira. Mira turns over towards him. Fade sticking down very low into the Shadow Word and the Fatal Bond.
Sure,
He'll die. Speed should die as well. He's got the dive. They'll get him on the way back. But they killed the bear. And they can celebrate that they managed to last longer than Aurora did against them in game 1.
That's true.
They got a longer game.
Did Toronto Grave? I missed completely. Honestly, I completely brain farted.
He put the grave down on Nightfall.
He did end up. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I like brain farted, and I was like, wait, did he not grave the Ursa?
It kind of came at the same time when he was enraged, so I think it was,
gotcha.
you know, but it was panic. It was panic. I mean, Nightfall went in pretty aggressively under the tower, of course. Quick stuff from Yamsen with that Sunder. We'll see it again here. So they wanted to try and go all out. Golem, jump forward from the bear, but Yamsen turns, Sunders.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Grave on a Golem,
It's grave on the Golem. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't see the grave.
Yeah, he tried to go for the Ursa, but he didn't get the Ursa. He got the Golem.
So I think I see what happened, actually. When he jumped on Ursa, he went to use Earthshock, and he actually got leashed by the time zone for a quick second there that didn't let him close the gap, which let TB get the Sunder, and then, yeah, the grave goes on the Golem because they're stacked on top of each other. Small inconvenience for Aurora, but about 10 more of those needed. Maybe more for Wildcard.
Okay.
And they are spotted. This ward bottom is seeing everything. Nightfall immediately shadow walked up. He's also smoked, but he wants blood.
Even after that, he'll still be down to jump the high ground.
Oh, absolutely.
He'll just get straight in.
They saw the TB again.
Oh no, Yamsen.
They got like a split-second vision of him, I believe, from the ward when he was moving.
Yeah, Mira's gonna start looking.
Oh, and he's right on him.
Yep. No TP for you. Yamsen. No ways out of this one.
Mira will take that one.
I mean, they got the comeback timing.
The comeback time.
I mean, we're getting this Kaya Sanjo and RCY. We needed the Aghanims. It's gonna be the Aghanims with the time zone. You need
I
the
hoped
shot
for
as
it.
well.
I really hoped for at least getting to see it.
Just popping off these spells and screams.
Uh-oh, speed. There's wards everywhere on these neutrals. Looking for the right angle to dive, but there is no right angle.
Perfect timing from Laurenov. The stun follow-up. It's got the blink as well coming out now, so it'll be even easier for him to catch up on any setup that's made by his team.
Dude, it's been over a 1K lead per minute for quite some time now.
Still 7% though.
Still, it's back up. It actually went up 2% somehow, just from that kill that they got onto Nightfall.
There is a chance.
Tormentor. Bignum. Is he gonna go for the shard steal? We saw this from 9 class.
Let's see. Yeah, indeed.
Not gonna happen versus Ursa. It looked almost exactly the same though, but now Bignum.
Now he's just showed himself.
Goodbye, sir. Dude, this talent is also so crazy. Why does Dazzle get a 90 attack speed talent? 90, like.
Yamsen. He's got Sunder.
Stunned to death.
Yep, they got the chain stun split up into the hit from Mira.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that's a lot of attack speed.
Remember, it used to be 120 at 20, 140 at 20 for Chronosphere on Void, right? That was the highest ones.
Oh, was it 140?
At some point, maybe it was like 100, 120.
That's crazy, actually.
And then they reduced it massively down to like 100, then 80. I think the other highest one was 200, but that was Willow on 25, right? But still, 90 for a 15 is pretty absurd.
No, we didn't see him have a crazy one.
Huh?
Didn't Crystal Maiden have a crazy one?
Oh, yeah, Crystal Maiden also had one, that's right.
Was that the same as Willow's, or was it more or less? I can't remember. It was a lot.
I play a lot of Crystal Maiden, and I literally forgot the numbers on it, so.
Well, you never... Does she still have the attack speed talent? I feel like she doesn't. I think it was gone. Oh. I haven't tried the old Crystal Maiden late game carry in a while. No, yeah, she still does. Yeah, 225
It's 225, right?
225 at 20 on Crystal.
I thought maybe they got rid of it recently, then I checked and it's not.
That's got to be the highest attack speed talent, right? 225.
It has to be.
That has to be.
But at 15.
Yeah, but sure, getting this at 15 feels pretty good.
Yeah. Orchid almost done for Fade. I think he actually has it finished.
Wait, what were the nerfs again in the B patch for Dazzle?
For Dazzle? It was very minor, wasn't it?
Like, what did it... it's just the poison touch. Yeah, and B...
and slight Shadow Wave.
Okay.
Wait, but now allies receive extra healing.
Wait, what?
Dazzle per stack. So it got buffed?
Buff?
It got buffed and nerfed.
Okay.
So you get 5% extra healing from each stack of Weave.
That adds up, bro.
That's a lot. What? Usually you have like 2 or 3 stacks pretty quickly. Okay, whatever. Interesting. So slight nerf on damage-ish, kind of, but kind of increase, whatever. Either way, 25 level advantage.
7%.
Somehow still 7%. I cannot believe that.
It must realize the time zone.
It's, yeah, it's Void and Terrorblade. It's like we're getting to the later stage of the game.
That's true, it's got 2 carries. It's these 2 carries.
But no, by no means is that 7%, and it feels like by an actual 7%. As the items just continue to flurry in. Owen, he went the Ags. He listened.
I told you, don't get the Kaya Sands. You got to go all the
Okay,
Ags. Here we go.
So he needs to blink into time zone.
And just dagger.
And just dagger.
What's the cooldown on the dagger then?
It becomes like, what, 2?
What's 4 divided by 4?
1.
Yeah, it's 1, right?
So it's 1.
It's times 4.
Yes, so yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But, Gamson gets caught outside.
Right, they don't need the Terrorblade. All they need is time zone and dagger.
Fade. Lorinov is just walking through them.
I mean, he's not killing them. This is fine. Time zone and dagger spam could maybe win this game. But they got to do the combo. I guess they don't want to into the Aegis. I'm trying to. Oh, he's in.
Oh,
Nightfall. He's made the jump.
The time zone.
Where's the daggers?
There's one. He blinked out.
He blinked out. Oh, guys, he's just got to stand. He could have got a second dagger out there, I think. He didn't. They get Mirror. And they get the Aegis is gone. They stopped the push. They're holding on. Yeah, that's
it. Went down to 3% after they got these kills.
It should have gone up. It went down.
They lost a tower.
Yeah.
So
there we go. Yeah, tower lost. That's it. 4%, -4%. But now you just got to get the shard on the quap. So.
Yes.
Because then you can, because that's also super low cooldown. What's that? That's 6 seconds divided by 4. That's like, what, 1.5 seconds?
5, yep.
So you have like silent, scream.
So it looks like everybody,
good.
Everybody just takes the OP neutrals. It's all Gale Guards every single time. And then like, someone who didn't get a Gale Guard takes a Whispers or...
I mean, unironically, if RCY can get Shard and BKB, I think he's going to win the game.
Nah.
He will win the game. With the power of time zone.
You're a Quap fan. I mean, I'm a Quap fan too lately, but in this game,
I'm believing in the 7%.
I love it.
He, as I said, needs Shard and BKB. Because he has to be able to just get in there and spam his spells without getting stunned or like... Yeah, without getting stunned, basically. He has to be able to freely cast in the time zone.
So he can't be put into Snowball from his teammate either.
No, that was
very
kind of
important.
awkward.
Very
that
important.
was a little awkward. He doesn't... If he gets Snowball saved, he don't want to be saved. How long till time zone?
15.
Seconds.
They're losing their axe, though.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
Okay. Next set. Time zone. It's up in 5. They're pinging.
They don't need those barracks. Oh!
They might need Phoenix, though.
He's got buyback.
Okay. He's got Egg up, too.
Right, where's the time? They've got... Okay, the Void needs to get back.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
RCY. He's got buyback.
Oh, he's got buyback. Okay. Nice mid-Rex. Also gonna die. 41k gold lead.
They're gonna need a lot of daggers and a lot of screams to go through these HP pools.
I think you just spend up as well on the court. Just buy the shard. You're losing your barracks.
34-5.
I've got Scardy on Yamson.
It's the all-in play. 20 seconds till Quap comes back.
I think your buyback's worth nothing. The shard is worth everything. Because you go all in with the time zone. Without the time zone, you're nothing. 1%.
1%? 1%.
1%.
1%.
It's there.
I guess the 7% was the buildings they've killed. It's been 1, 2, 3. It's like 6 buildings they killed, and the percentage shifted 6%.
There is probably some simple maths that do indeed kind of correlate with the buildings being up or down.
Panto has been having enough luxury to have full Aghanims on Warlock. Mira has Lotus. Will scurry away from a 5-man gank. Goes back in to taunt them a little. Gets spotted.
Oh, they should get this.
He's got Boots of Bearing.
He is very fast, but they got the damage. This is, I mean, backup's coming in. Mirror.
He is alive.
And they're going to
He
Sonic
is
Wave.
dead.
Okay, and now Fade, he's done. No, that's not the time zone.
He is gone
He's
in the rock.
wasted the time zone. Oh no.
Uh-oh. The Nothel projection. It's after them.
They got the Hex. I mean, Nightfall is cleaning up. They're closing in onto Yamsen. Yamsen's dead. No buyback on him. BKB popped by Nightfall. They're tapping up. GG's called. We're going to a game 3.
It was not 20 minutes. It was 20 minutes.
They lasted longer.
They did last longer, but
longer than Aurora was able to do against Wildcard in game 1, but it was still very much a stomp.
yeah, and in you know,
Get away, guys.
Hey, there we go indeed. Into this game 3, let's see if we get a bit of a closer one.
No
We got
dazzle.
2 stomps so far.
No dazzle.
There was dazzles in those. This time the dazzle gets banned out. 1-1 between these two teams. They've both managed to stomp each other, you know, get that out of their system. This game 3, what are we reckoning? When we look at this
surely
draft?
it'll be closer. Surely. This
If there was a
won't be a 20K
If
lead.
there was a lineup to stomp the game in 20 minutes, if that's just how the series goes, which one would it be?
I mean, I'm leaning on Aurora this time. They're not going to get stomped in lanes, right? It shouldn't happen. They don't have this Dazzle versus Storm matchup. Storm should have a good time versus Tiny. I think he should, Toronto Tokyo should have learned his lesson in that last game versus the Troll. But this time it's not a Troll Tusk, it's a Troll Jakiro. So a lot of things have changed in like the formula of the game when he was playing Darkseer versus Troll, and a lot of things have changed in terms of that mid matchup too. So yeah, I think I have belief in Aurora when they start getting some auras online, but we'll have to see. Because I also, the one thing I'm curious about is Bignum playing for Nature's Prophet. This is something I know teams and people are really experimenting with new 4 positions because it feels like it's a bit limited. So I'm curious to see what his moves are going to be and yeah, kind of just what he's going to do. Is he going to look to gank in mid? Is he going to just teleport and steal some ruins or something? I'm really curious what his gameplay is going to be.
Yeah, because when you look at that bottom lane, is this a lane that can put pressure onto the PA or what's going on down there?
Probably not. You can't get Treant because if you get Nature's Call, the Enchantress is just going to steal it every time. And we'll have to see how Fade does in the first few waves, but I've just seen PAs just do way too well lately in pretty much all the lanes.
And what do you make of this mid? RCY bringing the Tiny to the mid lane this time, up against one of Loronov's best, if not the best, his Storm.
I personally like the Storm a slight edge in this matchup, but I know people say it's like more 50-50. But I always like, whenever I see the Storm, I'm like, it just looks so nice to play. You have a free lane of CS. He can contest you on a couple of them, but he's always eating static increments every time he walks up. So
yeah, he's tanking a lot of damage here, RCY.
And level 1 there, he forced Fade away from his Sandstorm bottom with the Sentry. 0 regen on Nightfall to start the lane, and he just starts Blightstone, triple branch, or quad branch quelling. And they do cut the wave top, so I think they learned. You know, the last game when he played Darkseer, they didn't cut wave. I was talking with Cinder in the green room as well, and that's kind of why he died. He didn't respect the damage that they could do with the thing. This time, he's cutting wave, he's getting XP, he's not dead level 1, and bottom, it is going to be another struggle for Fade like he had at the start of that Tide game before they kind of just stomped. They will get a pull off themselves also, though, so we're seeing both these offlaners doing similar movements.
Still getting a couple of denies off that wave, though. How they're able to meet the wave, so Aurora's going to still be pretty happy with what they're able to stop.
They got a double wave coming under here, so Nightfall's going to have good lane positioning here. Don't know if Wildcard can take advantage of the fact of them having double creep wave. At least Fade can get some extra last hits off of it, but unsure how aggressive they can get.
Yeah, hard for Bignum to do too much at the moment early.
Yeah. I just don't know what his hero. I honestly don't really know what 4 NP it provides. I'm really curious to see what he's going to build, and yeah, pretty much everything across the board for him this game.
Because yeah, when you look at the other lanes, is there sort of the combination for that Prophet to come in with TP and then Aurora be like, oh no, there's a Nature's Prophet here. Like, do they care?
I think it's just to steal runes, right? If he just like Tiny goes bottom rune, NP TP's top rune, and they steal it from Storm, and then they can potentially get a gank if Storm is limited on resources, perhaps. But yeah, we'll have to see. because he's, you know, he's already not helping his bottom lane at all. Fade's got 5 CS. He's trying his best to do creep pulls, but it's just not easy. He actually uses his teleport for trying to pull the wave. And top, they've got level 3. So the all-important one for the Darkseer has been hit. Mira is almost level 2 also. CS, of course, not the best here on Toronto, Tokyo, but hasn't died. And level 3 is when you can look to get aggressive with double Ion Show and glyphing the wave.
Yeah, and they did manage to pull this wave round.
Yep. A lot of wave mechanics going on in this one, in both those off lanes.
Mid lane, 21 on 5 against the 13 and 3. Lauren having a very good start here against RCY.
I mean, it's his best hero, right?
Yeah,
For me, it's a Storm and his Ember.
Storm.
The Ember one he didn't get to really play. This one, yeah, he's having a great time.
Yeah, he kind of solo carried a lot of the games that did look rough for the team on Chimera, but in previous tournament when he was playing as Storm.
Okay, so it looks like they're going to just start stacking neutrals. They're TPing to the rune, but it was actually too late. So I think it just came back up off cooldown for Bignum, so it wasn't able to secure that one. And now RCY.
I mean, Panda came mid, and he's being quite annoying here with his Hellbear Smasher.
If he gets that clap hit, it's a kill. Super close. Mira looking for the angle.
He might find it. He's got the shards. And further TP's coming out. They're definitely forcing quite the reaction here from Wildcard.
They force 3 heroes to the mid lane. And they'll get both runes, and they're farming on their side lanes.
Yeah, and Wildcard not even able to get a kill out of that. They're just able to sort of chase Aurora away.
I'm so worried for Fade. This time, like last game, when he had the last time when he had the rough lane on the Tide, he was able to recover because they left, and he was able to just stay down there. This isn't one of those games. He's playing versus a PA, so it's a very oppressive lane in comparison.
That's true.
Versus the light, like he was playing Tide versus Lifesteal last time, so he could kind of do what he pleased. Wondering how he's going to also salvage his game. Because Toronto Tokyo, his game, it's not perfect by any means, but it's much better than the Sand Kings at this point.
Yeah, he's getting something out of it. Gonna try and go for Fade here. Get the 1 charges out of him. He's got backup from Bignum. Still has to be careful on the Sand King. Not able to put any pressure whatsoever onto the PA.
Ooh, they're making the rotation now too. Mira has gone bottom. Lornoff has actually pushed RCY out of the mid lane, so he should hit 6. Decent amount sooner on the Storm too, and they catch Bignum.
Yeah, they found him. Get him in the shards. First blood for Mira.
That is a late first blood. PA free farming, Storm free farming. A recipe for success at the moment for Aurora. No pressure on Nightfall. Fade will have stacks to go back to and catch up here a bit, but he actually doesn't even farm them very reliably. He's kind of dying to these neutrals. Okay, he will have to use the stun.
And can the troll carry this? He's having a good time, but it is a troll.
Ooh, regen for Lornoff. We'll have to see. Like I said, it's not the same formula at all for the troll this game. A lot of different elements, a lot of different annoying things, and we didn't even get to see the Darkseer matchup. We actually didn't really get to see Troll in that game, let's be honest, because it was just Dazzle stomping the game, so we'll actually have to see what Yamsim can do on the hero, because he's going to have to do some lifting. The 2 supports are level 2 all in on Wildcard.
They're just not able to find anything in the side lane. They're repeatedly having to come towards the mid to try and just make sure that RCY doesn't get dove.
Like, Mira is level 2, but it's a Tusk, so you can do this a little more, because you have the Ion Shell to play around in lane, but Fade. Can't chain stun Lornoff.
Yeah, I mean, Lornoff, he's ready to play aggressive, as you say, with a bottle of regen. The regen rune in the bottle.
They're going for the wisdom. They've got priorities in mind. Look at these 4. Look at these heroes. 8 heroes running to the shrine.
They got the full
9.
team here, Wildcard. The shards, though, that'll do it. Blocks them off. Bignum's going to TP in. Trying to buy time here for the rest of Wildcard.
It works.
Goes in upon them, and indeed it will. The Shrine of Wisdom will be held under their favor. Bignum gets the pickup, and Wildcard, they might be able to get some kills out of this. They look to Nightfall, he's able to jump away, but the right clicks follow him up, and they take down the PA.
I mean, they have to bring 5 for it, but the TP from Bignum is big brain. That was a pretty big brain teleport, so they can at least get the Shrine of Wisdom.
Just, like, get round the shards with the TP.
That was pretty clever by him there. They only end up, I mean, they do get, what, 2? They was it 1?
I get the 1 for 1.
They get the 1. Okay, so they get the 1 for 1. But they get the big one. They get Nightfall.
They get Nightfall. Does take all 5.
It takes literally 5. Who did that? I don't even know who got the XP. Because everyone's so low level still. It's like a bunch of level 4s in the game. Level 3 still on 1 or 2 heroes. Another power rune. Another dream one. Lornoff getting the 2 back-to-back dream ones. And Toronto Tokyo. He had a bit of a tough one in the last time he played the Dark Seed. This one, yeah, he's completely free farming. Going the standard build. See if he does want to. I imagine the pipe is probably accelerated in his build this game since he's versus Tiny Jakiro Sanking. But we'll see what route Toronto wants to go. As wildcard. They're kind of in like a recovery farm mode, but Fade is like, I want to farm this triangle area, and the Troll is wanting to farm the triangle area, so they got to kind of move and split up a little bit here. And they will. They'll send the Troll top. That was looking awkward. It was like Fade just had nowhere to go.
And they can't stop Toronto Tokyo now, though. Unless they bring over like the Tiny and the Jakiro, Toronto Tokyo can just continue to have this free time up top as the Dark Seer.
Lornoff.
Ready to take away a little bit of farm.
Those are the big ancients are all low. They saw.
He sees that.
I think he did.
Fade is also very low.
He'll take 1. He'll take 2.
And the third
and
one.
the third. All right, Lornoff will take that all day.
He gets the big ones.
Vanguard finished up for Fade, but it's a lot of damage, and especially magical. And they actually see him with the ward.
See him.
He's gone.
That ward from earlier.
Top, they're setting up the kill. Do they have enough for Tokyo?
Let's have a look. He's going to drop the wall, drop the surge. Avalanche hold him in place a little bit.
Nope.
That's not going to be anywhere close to giving them the chance to try and tackle the Dark Seer. He's fine.
Pressure on multiple fronts. They're having mid-tower siege, bottom tower siege. As they're trying to make a play top. Aurora making all the right moves in this early game. 3-1, first 10 minutes to 4K lead with the PA.
Fade TPing over. Speed does get the ice path.
Can't go for this target. Amp damage.
Damage rune.
Oh, Lornoff will take that.
Is he going to get it? He is. He's able to zip across, get it. He's into the snowball, and he's ready to fight. I mean, Fade, very low, very dead as the vacuum grabs him.
All right, Lornoff.
He's getting all these power runes, and they've all been fantastic ones. Regen into Arcane, into Amplified Damage. Can't really ask for more as a Storm.
Literally the 3 best. And the jump forward, RCY uses his last bit of mana. He's got a stick.
I mean, Nightfall's rotated over as well. They've got the dagger in onto RCY. Or turn with the Avalanche. They've got the ice path down on towards Nightfall, but RCY, he's very dead. Mira closed the gap with the snowball onto Speed. Won't have anything else to throw down upon him, but they get the big kill. They kill off the Tiny, and they continue to not lose anyone in these skirmishes. 6K lead already, 10 minutes in.
They're getting away with so much on the side of Aurora. And it's not just farm, it's very aggressive moves. We saw even the PA getting involved, Panto taking even the opponent's neutrals there, just walking in and stealing the camp. Yeah, very oppressive gameplay this time from Aurora. While also, I didn't even notice, they got stacks made in the meantime for Toronto Tokyo to continue accelerating his farm.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Those are some juicy ones.
Yep. Joint effort here, really, from Mira and Toronto Tokyo on the creating of these stacks.
Honestly, I wouldn't even mind if Tokyo does something like, what, like Pipe Crimson or something. Like, he could do like good auras this game, and with the advantage that they've already got, it definitely feels very valuable if he wanted to go down that. We'll see. Because I know Troll absolutely detests playing versus Crimson Guard as well. So if they do want to get that one out pretty early, Pipe and Crimson can really counter all of Wildcard if they get it at an early moment. RCY's game has already been slowed down massively, so his Blink Dagger is going to come way later than usual on these Tinies. And Fade has been completely zoned, right? The bottom lane. Bignum with a little bit of a clever, you know, small Shrine Wisdom TP, but that's kind of been it from the Nature's Prophet so far in this early game. Not too much impact.
That's tower gone.
Mid tower. Excuse me, Panto. Did you just take the last hit? That opens up the map. They can start invading easier. Kai already finished up for Lornoff. Not easy to burst either. 1500 HP.
Oh, what's the plan?
Probably finish the blink
and then
on the Tiny.
Smoke and go.
Yeah. Maybe you even just... yeah, actually can't. I was going to say maybe you just smoke hunt, but it's very difficult with the state of the lanes. Bottom lane's pushed out, mid's kind of pushed, top's pushed. I feel like Aurora have very good information of everything that's going on. They're all just farming. No pressure on Nightfall. He's going to have some pretty crazy farm again this game like he did on his Ursa. Does feel like.
Yeah, this is on an equally terrifying hero.
Yes, indeed.
They'll
find the inch. Panto down.
I'll tell you what they can get right now, Wildcard.
Do they have the Battle Fury? Okay, they've got Battle Fury now done, but it's not a slow one by any means. It's 13 minutes. It's just Nightfall has an extra, 1,500 gold over him because he's got literally no contest. How close to the blink? RCY is about 100 away. Then they can perhaps look to go for some smoke plays with the Wrath of Nature and potentially burst some of these targets.
They're going to try before.
They're actually trying. Okay.
They're just a little aware of maybe a 14-minute Wisdom Rune fight going on.
That's true. That's actually a good call since in the last game they did get all of the shrines, literally every single shrine of wisdom stolen. So prioritizing that massively. It's a good shout.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Did he just block the Ancients with the illusion? He did. Very pesky there, Lornoff. So Yamson won't be able to get that extra stack. Another power rune for the Storm. There's the blink. Ideally, they want Fade to have one as soon as possible as well so they can get the double combo. Let's see if they can find a first prime target. Nightfall would be the ideal one, but not really playing in a dangerous position.
Yeah, they're just not looking ahead down there right now.
No. They have lane issues. Like, if they make that move bottom, it's obvious if they don't clear these waves.
Big number's been found. TP's coming in. Oh, okay. Very neat there.
Nice
Push
sprout.
way over the shards with that sprout. That'll get him away.
2 TPs immediately forced. Lornoff. He already has the Kaya Saj. Wait, what?
Yes, is they're getting
Wait,
some
what?
pretty good timings here.
I look at his
15 minutes.
Like when you're playing Tiny and you get your blink, you're like, nice, I can. Oh, it's a 2,000 HP Storm, right? It's kind of demoralizing.
It's theirs.
And they get the extra bit of healing. Nightfall's got the healing Lotus and back to farming. He's close to BKB. So versus that Sand King, versus the Tiny, and versus Jakiro, that'll be super effective.
Actually, surely they've got to go for this blink play. If they got to smoke out on them.
I feel like they have to do something. They can't just like let the game be passive.
Yeah, they got smoke on speed. Oh yeah, it doesn't feel good sitting back.
No. Passive farm versus Darkseer Storm PA. You know they're gonna just be maximizing incredibly hard.
I mean, they're moving around with the 3 of them, but yet to pop the smoke. So not quite happy with the situation to go for a play. Of course, what's this is happening? Aurora, they've smoked up themselves.
Yeah, Lornoff. I think that's every single one so far, right?
I think, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
The only one he hasn't got, what is a...
He got the illusion earlier, so he got everything.
Yeah, he's just not had a haste rune this game.
The World Circuit of Runes.
But he's had everything else.
As Yamson will get spotted.
Is he going to get back? TP's coming in. I'll put the battle trance. They'll kite it out. Snowball's at the ready for Mira.
Disarmed.
Disarm. And drop the wall down upon him, and he'll die to it. As he's gone, they're out to catch him with the stuns, but this Storm, he's tanky. And he's perfectly fine. Zips away.
Oh, and okay, so instead of pipe, he just went Glimmer because it's the better pipe, so Charles of Tokyo just goes for that route. It's very good, similar to the pipe as we were mentioning, is we see the first troll ulti usage. That looked more like the troll ultis than we've seen in the past.
It's rough. And we saw a glimmer of what I think what Jenkins on the panel was about, right? Where you drop the wall on it.
Yeah, and you just
it's just constantly making these new illusions that are tanking you.
Yep.
So it's kind of rough if you get walled.
Most definitely. And yeah, they have a lot of ways to play around it, as we see, right? They have Vortex, they have Snowball to buy time. They could have even punched him, maybe. How's Fade's Blink Dagger looking? Still, I mean, still 1,000 gold away. Still quite poor. Panto, easily able to force Steph away.
I mean, they're ready to fight here.
Yep. BKB's done for Nightfall. He's feeling it like the strongest hero on the map. RCY.
Now we get the toss back. Snowball's going to still come off. I mean, Mirror, he might... Okay, he does die, but Fade has to go in aggressively with the Burrow Strike. Still, it's okay. They've got the sort of protection around this area to keep him safe.
Nightfall?
He's got BKB. So he feels pretty confident to toy around with them. They'll get the vacuum onto the two of them. Zip forward as well, but the Avalanche...
Stun combo.
The BKB comes out. The Valor chance is there. Yamsun, he's in onto Toronto Tokyo. He's able to surge away, but the Sprout will catch him. They bring Toronto Tokyo down as well.
Great stun. Catching it onto two heroes, the Ice Path to follow. Yeah, Lorinov just has to bail out. Wildcard showing up with the 5. A good fight.
Yeah, maybe just trying to force it a little bit too much there, Aurora. You know, they felt that with the BKB on Nightfall, they could really look to just bait a fight. But as it was, Wildcard, they're able to take the fight.
Yep, all ultis used. I think Toronto was the one calling it. He's like, I can get a double vacuum here, but they were a bit off the mark there with the follow-up with the Vortex, and then the double stun came out, and they just got chained.
Yeah, some signs of life here from Wildcard.
At a necessary moment, too, Yamsun gets himself involved, puts himself back in a more comfortable position. Gonna go for the BKB, and then... I mean, is it just gonna be SNY into MKB? We'll have to see. Does eventually want to have that finished up. Toronto, Tokyo. I mean, now he is queuing up the pipe afterwards. Okay. It feels like such a good pipe game, but yeah. He's kind of toying with the idea of Ashivas early on. Bottom. Ooh!
Perfect timing there.
The tumbler.
Yeah. Jumping out just before Fate was going to strike with the Burrow Strike. And does have backup. You know, Big Num and RCY were looking to follow up on that effort, so... Nothing to be found down here for now from Wildcard. Aurora can continue to hold this tier 1 tower, as they have with the rest of them still. You know, coming up 20 minutes in, and Wildcard not really being able to threaten any of the towers of Aurora in this early game.
No, just mid-tower slightly below half HP, but...
Oh.
Oh.
Well,
whoops.
off the mark with that one there.
Testing it. It just looks cool. It's very threatening. That is one of the cooler ones. I do like it.
Yeah, he's got the crimson one, right?
The red one's nice.
That's the expensive one. He's got all the flashy sets, Toronto Tokyo.
That's true, he does. He
even
has like the Marana, he had the other thing.
Yeah, he showed off
right?
all
He has all
kind of crimson ones that he's got. Yeah. He's got some good stuff.
That's probably why he wants to start playing the 3 position, so he can start showing off.
Well, that's what the role that he's got the best sets for, yeah. Maybe.
Game status, this is one of the lower ones, right? 6-5. Both teams just emphasizing more on the farm. Aurora probably just feeling like they're in a very comfortable spot because of the PA just getting to pretty much do whatever she pleases.
Oh, RCY.
Another regen.
Onoff's going to be able to close in with a big zip. And there is no chance for anybody to head over and help him out. No tower up, no way to TP over, so they'll have to let him go.
And Lorinov will have full mana right afterwards too, so... They're actually pinging the Shrine of Wisdom right now.
10 seconds to get there, though.
Okay, they're going the other way. Looks like they're actually trying to set up for a kill on the Troll. Maybe I saw the other team ping. Bignum will be able to claim it. 8-Toast build into Vessel. Okay, so that's his approach. Yeah, the 8-Toast definitely has its merits in this game versus Storm PA Darkseer. How close to BKB on Yamsun? Still about 300 away, and I think Fade opted away from Blink Dagger, so he wanted to get a bit tankier, play a different style in the sinking.
They're going to try and push in on top. Fade will turn up.
There's quite a bit of enemies around here, but they're not going to go for Fade.
Yeah, he's able to hold his position under the tower. Over to the mid. Still continue to just move around the map, ready with Nightfall at the front. Ready to back him up in any fight that Wildcard bring to him.
Bottom, they see a lot of heroes with this sneaky ward they have on the right side. They see Speed retreating. They see Yamsum now on the right. They could catch some heroes off here. Nice Ice Path. Here comes Lorinov.
Extra time. Speed. It's probably going to get left behind here unless they want to try and fight. Yamsum does turn. The wall's been dropped down on him. Mirror.
Charge.
Not able to trap him with them.
That's close.
So Yamsum will live.
The zips from Lorinov from miles away. But continue to just get power rune control. I'm going to keep just checking, but he's gotten almost all of them except for one rune, except for the one shield rune that was claimed earlier from Fade. And he's going to get himself a haste rune top, too. So all but one rune
Radiant's middle
so
tower
far
is
here.
under
Great
attack.
control from Lorinov.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, can they contest this Roche? They are good. They're coming.
They
over
have
with
big
the smoke.
wombo combo if they can get the connection.
This would be quite the play. This is the time to do it. But you can see Aurora. They're aware.
Oh.
They're playing safe.
Uh-oh. Now
Out
they've
the
shown
pit.
themselves.
Indeed, now Aurora's going to see if they can strike back. Mirrors in with the jump. They get the vacuum onto the three. The knight falls in with the damage. RC wise gone. Yamsa puts the BKB in the battle chance.
Lorinov.
Chasing down the PA, but Nightfall's able to freely jump out of this. They can kite out the rest of the BKB in the battle chance and now turn to look to potentially kill him off. Nightfall's going to focus Big Num first, but the disarm is down on towards him. They've killed the troll off though without the help of the PA. Now Nightfall's ready to clean up the rest. Goes for Fade, goes
Full
for
cleanup.
Big Num. Speed, nowhere to run. We'll get the ice path down upon them, but Toronto, Tokyo, and Nightfall can stay on top of him and get the team wipe.
What a bait. Whoever made the call to just quick smoke, exit, and reset for the fight, genius, just literally catches everybody off guard. Lorinov made a bit of a mistake with his jump there. Actually doesn't do as much as he maybe could have, but it wasn't even necessary from them just doing that little macro play. They just catch all of them off guard on the side of Wildcard. Full 5-man wipe.
We'll see it again here as they came back in with this jump forward, and good control as well coming in from Lorinov, just bullying the back lines, making sure that Fade and Speed have their attention completely turned towards him. They nearly killed the Storm.
They could. Yeah.
Couldn't quite.
If Lorinov was actually a little cleaner, this fight would have been a total smackdown over Wildcard. It already was a 5-0, but if he had actually zipped and gotten the pull off before the ice path connects, they would wipe them without taking almost any damage. But either way, I mean, a great fight from Aurora. They dominate it. They get the Roche back up to 14k now.
Dire's top
And another power rune for Lorinov. Yeah, he's just getting away with too much.
That was the opportunity for Wildcard, but yeah, Aurora
are scanning.
made a very smart decision.
One step ahead, and now the pipe is finished for Toronto, Tokyo, which effectively counters kind of 4 of the heroes on the side of Wildcard. Whenever they're grouped up, he's going to have so much protection for his allies with this. So Yamsun, he's accelerated. He's the queue up of the MKB. I thought if he had more time, he will do the S&Y first, but I think he's realizing he's running out of time quickly. He needs to get this MKB online. But the map continues to shrink, and his allies are really struggling. His farm is decent. His farm is pretty good, but the mid and the off lane are totally shut down.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
It was a tough game 2. At least, you know, this game 3 not quite as tough.
Not as stomping, no.
Radiant's top
There's a bit of a chance here. Still not a great chance, but it's a better chance than the chance they had at this point in game 2.
Yeah, it's not 3%, right? Or whatever it was, or 6%. It's probably like 15. I didn't really look yet, but...
Yeah, giving it 20.
20. Okay.
Round it up to 20.
They've got high ground defense, right? So...
Uh-oh,
Uh-oh.
Yamsun. I mean, he's considering about fighting this with Fade.
Oh, the snowball's there.
Uh-oh. Well, he's dead. Fade actually
Get the
managed to
TP.
get out throughout that sort of distraction, so he'll be grateful for the battle trance there of Yamsun.
Man, Tusk is a pretty good hero versus Troll. He punches him, and then he just snowballs, and you just stand there. Not a whole lot you can do.
Big Num trying to get his vessel. He's dying to creeps though. He's got to be a bit careful. Not an easy one.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
There we go.
attack.
As Aurora
Radiant's
ready to
top
come down the mid again. Or maybe we'll see if they can catch
RCY.
out. Oh, he showed.
He has a TP, but they're saving the Vortex, and now they have Mira.
Yep. Very easy for them to find kills across the map right now, Aurora. Not a safe spot anywhere really for Wildcard to show.
No one can really get outside. They're just completely covered from that ward on the Ancient side, the ward in the mid. Big Num is, look where he's farming, right? Like, this tells a tale of what it is. He has to farm in the super far distances from his base to maybe pull them over there, but Aurora not overreacting at all to anything and just, yeah, playing the game cleanly here at this point, 15-5. Not making many errors, really. See if Big Num can continue staying over here for the next 30 seconds for the Shrine of Wisdom.
Dire's
I think they might now.
bottom
They saw his treant, I believe, for a quick second. They,
Dire's middle tower is under
Meanwhile, Nightfall, bottom. They're gonna go as 2. This could be Wildcard's opportunity if they have 5
Let's have a
versus
look.
the 2.
Bignum holds the position.
Here comes the Darkseer, though.
Yeah, they can't
And now they can't.
try and go for him, especially with this full Satanic.
No. They got the Shrine of Wisdom, though. So at least they did get a gain out of this. Can Bignum get out with no boots? He is very slow. He can waddle away.
He's got the Force now as well. So
Okay. Oh, he opted for Force instead of the Vessel now.
Yamson, living on the edge down here. Used the battle chance to sustain himself.
He might die.
Nah, ain't no way.
My God, he did the math.
It's risky.
I like it.
He's got to take these risks, get what he can from the map whilst he can.
Not a whole lot of places for them to farm, so they have to just take the opportunity that they get when they can get outside of the base. How close to the Demon Edge? 1600. That'll allow him to actually stick on a target. At least the PA in particular. Small chance. This is Tanic, of course, but... Larnoff, he has a gem. They run right into Fade.
And they've got the control. He has got the halberd. If he's able to get it off, he will. Looking to stand his ground, get the ults off, which he'll also succeed in. Tries to turn, but Fade will fall. They manage to bring down Mira. RCY has to go for the BKB TP out towards the end of that.
Is that worth it for RCY? I guess you get a kill, but you use your BK. Is that their first BKB charge? Just for a kill on the Tusk. See if it ends up being worth. Nightfall.
Oh, they just can't go on him.
Nope.
He's looking pretty unkillable.
Yeah, with the Satanic, unless somehow he gets tossed in the base under a troll with MKB, which he doesn't have yet. Speaking of the troll.
Toka's going to try and start something. Oh, he's on the cliff.
TP up in 3.
Okay.
But his BKB was used early, and they're on him.
Yep. And at the moment before the MKB, he doesn't do a whole lot.
No, he does nothing to the PA.
Dead for a minute. No buyback.
No BKB on him, and he's dead, and no BKB on Tiny for the defense. The push can commence.
Let's see if they can try and slow them down here with just the 4 of them. Wildcard. Gonna have to try and do this without the carry.
Fade.
And there's the jump. They catch Fade at the front of the defense. Instantly kill him off. The Macropyre's laid down, but Aurora can easily step out of it.
RCY's way too scared to jump right now without BKB. Maybe wanted to, but too scared to get counter-initiated on as the tower is falling. Troll's still down for 20.
I just woke up. Leave me alone.
Onto the barracks.
25 Galvanize on Larnoff. A flawless game so far. 17 of the 18 kills. I believe he's gotten all but 1 power rune.
Yeah, the Storm is definitely a scary one to let Larnoff have.
Yeah, especially if you don't have a, like, literal super lane counter, right? Which this time the Storm actually reigns supreme over the Tiny. Especially because of rotations too, right? Give a lot of credit to Larnoff for his moves, but also the supports.
They're gonna fight Big Nut. Continues the streak here, godlike on Larnoff Storm.
I was gonna ask for an obscure stat, but I'm not gonna do it.
Do it.
What's the highest galvanized stacks that you've seen on a Storm?
Well, that's a tough one. We did have some high ones.
I think we've had some 40s, but this is one of the high. 26 is a lot.
No, for sure. 31 minutes in, you know, considering the length of the game.
Yeah, and another power rune.
I mean, let's see. Are we going to get the longest game of the series? We might. 33-minute 41 was game 2. So let's see if they can hold out that long. This time, Wildcard. Speed. It's going down.
He got the ward. On the death. The double hit from the Jakiro.
For Nullifier on
my.
Nightfall. Yeah. The items continue to fly up for him, and Jay Yamson still not quite got that MKB.
No. They have a lot of
300
answers.
go.
Right, this one definitely feels like one of the stompier ones now, though.
Oh.
Yamson?
We're going to start playing around with him. Nightfall's in. It's got to just BKB and run.
Oh, can't run.
There. Doesn't even get the chance to try and fight back with the battle chance this time.
High ground time. Fade, spotted.
They're in.
Deleted.
I mean, the damage right now, not a chance of surviving through it if they get their hands on you.
28 galvanize.
We'll see if they can piece together maybe one final team fight here, Wildcard. They do have the buybacks. But the racks falling in the mid. Aurora, they can head up to the top. And there's the buybacks.
They're going to try for it.
They get the jump in. Try and start things off. See if they can burst the PA. They don't even get him down to half
so
HP.
tanky.
Rifle's ready to turn back in as Laurenov sips towards the back lines. They surround RCY. His own BKB comes to an end. They're dropping all the buybacks in on this fight. Trying to see if they can get at least something, but nobody yet to die on Aurora as the deaths continue to roll in on Wildcard's side. Yamson will get that battle chance off, but what does it matter? This game's over. GG is called. This series will be Aurora's here. 2-1 against Wildcard. A very stompy series, and one, you know, retrospectively, I think Wildcard, at least, you know, they're able to take away one win from this.
Yeah, but could
overall,
definitely see that Aurora were the better team.
yes.
The first draft caught them off guard. The
dazzlement.
dazzled completely destroyed them, and then they adapted. I think they understood what went wrong.